So the exact movement we talked about yesterday, possibly playing out in terms of BTC, in terms of ADA, is exactly what we got. This breakout, this retest, this pullback, this fake out, right, that we talked about so heavily yesterday. I talked about it in almost every single video I did. And the reason why is because there was a very high likelihood of it happening. And when we look at the charts in terms of BTC, that's exactly what we got. This massive breakout on a very short period of time means we usually get a retracement. And when we look at ADA, we actually got a little bit of a breakout, a little bit of a retracement. That's normal. That is to be expected. Now, this really just kind of confirms my thoughts, and that is that tomorrow is in fact going to be Judgment Day. Tomorrow is the day where the market is going to make a decision one way or the other. Do we continue on this bullish trajectory that we've had over the past few weeks, or do we kind of flip bearish and go through some further retracement? That's the big question. Now, really, this all hinges on tomorrow's CPI report. I know I talked about it in the Shiba Inu video. I want to make sure everybody that follows me on ADA and Cardano know about this as well. So we are going to find out whether we are going to have our third straight hot CPI report, whether inflation is still coming in a little bit higher than what the Fed would hope to see, if it's a little bit higher than expectations for the third straight time. Why this is important and why this may impact the market this time is because they may begin to adjust their outlook moving forward. It hasn't changed right now, right? And that's why we got a big pump a couple weeks ago when we had the FOMC meeting, and there was a lot of positivity because they're not changing things despite this data not being the right direction. Well, if we keep getting this series of the data not being to expectations, that starts to become a problem. Now, I've seen people say, oh yeah, it's election year, they won't make those changes. Well, they might have to, because if they do not do that, then you may kind of teeter on the brink of a recession. All right. And I don't want to scare people or anything like that. Just know that that is completely possible. Right now, it's the big question of whether they are in fact getting inflation under control or not. Okay. We are seeing spending fall, which is a great sign. I know that stores of income, so people's savings, is in fact dropping. This has been the case for a while here. It's a question of how bad does it get before it gets better. That's what we're kind of waiting on right now. And I think tomorrow's report is going to be very indicative of this. If we get a positive report, I would expect that the market decides to run at maybe some point tomorrow. Maybe it's the next day, a delayed fuse. But I'd love to see BTC obviously escape this current range that's at. I'd love to go back up here, try to test the prior all-time high like we talked about. That'd be huge for ADA. ADA, again, is still right at that edge of breakout. We're right there. We're technically slightly broken out right now. If we look at the 4-hour, you can see that we're just above this trend. We're kind of trickling along it right now and have over the last 12 hours or so, maybe even 16 hours. So this will be our direction confirmation. Tomorrow is Judgment Day. This is the biggest thing that you need to pay attention to. The report's going to come out at 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern. So make sure you guys are prepared. I'll try to keep you guys updated as best as I can. But as always, me personally, I just continue to dollar cost average. I continue to use my indicator. I know I've had people asking questions about it. Guys, use the tools that are there. They make your life so easy. It takes all the guessing out of this. And remember, this is a long-term game anyway. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.